Hello, it is Emily, and I am here to share my hamstring and glute workout. I want to share some cues, some tips and tricks I've picked up throughout my 10-year lifting journey. All right, let's get straight into it. So here we have a Smith machine squat. I am squatting using a wide stance. This is a wide stance for me. I don't try to over exaggerate it because then I lose my stability. This is definitely targeting my glutes. I'm pushing my heels down and out. And with my knees, I'm just trying to keep them in a stable position over my feet. And I am sitting back into my squat. So I'm thinking about pushing my glutes back. And the thing is, I'm squeezing at the top, but I'm not overdoing it. I'm not overextending my squeeze, because then that puts the pressure on my lower back, and I do everything I can to avoid putting pressure on my lower back. Also, while I'm squatting, I am thinking about keeping my chest up so that I'm not curving my lower back. All right, next up we have a Smith machine RDL. So this is a newer exercise to me. It definitely targets glutes and hamstrings, but you might have to play around with it a little bit to make it work best for you. So here, some cues that I have is I am focusing the weight on the heels of my feet. You can kind of see that. I'm trying to keep a neutral spine and keep my head in a neutral position. I do have a bad habit of turning my head to look at the mirror, but don't do that. And I do have my lats locked back. Some tricks I have with these. I am using my Cobra grips because I am not training grip strength. I don't care if I have grip strength or not. So I really am able to just focus on keeping the weight in my glutes and hamstrings and kind of gliding it through. All right, so I have a hip abductor machine at my gym. It's a little bit different, but I use the seat belt to be able to push my hips up while I'm doing it. And then with my heels, I focus on pushing down and out to target my abductors. So next up, I have a barbell hip thrust. So I do have a hip thrust bench here. Some cues are, I do try to keep my knees at like a 45-degree angle with my feet. I really am pushing off of my heels here. My knees are not touching. They're kind of aligned with my body, maybe a little bit pointed out. And I am trying to keep a neutral neck also. Okay, I have a single leg press. I push my chair all the way up. I have my seat all the way up. My foot, I am pressing off of my heel. I'm trying to bring my knee as close to my chest as possible. Something you can notice throughout this whole entire workout is I am not wearing shoes. The biggest thing for me is I like my foot to feel stable and planted in the ground. I don't know if I just have like weak ankles, but I don't like the feeling if when I wear shoes, my foot is wobbly. So if you notice that, yeah, that's my thing. So here we have a hyperextension machine setup, and I have it adjusted to the 45-degree angle. I like to put the pad just right at or slightly below my hips. And for the back adjustment, I do like my feet to kind of feel locked in place so that I could really just focus on pushing off of my heels. I am using my Cobra grips here also so that this isn't me like trying to just hold the weight, but it's more like keeping the tension on my glutes so that I could focus on squeezing there and not like grip strength like I've said previously. I'm not going crazy heavy on these just because I really do feel like the burn is so important. Okay, so we have a seated hamstring curl. I adjust the back of the seat so that my knees are slightly hanging off, and when I'm pushing back, I'm picturing of pushing my feet back with my heels. And that helps me target hamstrings. And this is the last exercise. I'm running out of time to do a voiceover, but if you watch, thank you so much. I do have another one on the way for a glute focused day. Have a fabulous workout.